Hi, hello everyone. My name is Mishelle Ergueta. This is my project focus, learning about contraceptive methods. In this video, I want to show you the different and most common contraceptive methods. I hope this information is going to be useful and practice for you. Before to start, I have to say I am not a doctor, so all the information is here is the most basic. If you want more details about this topic, it's very important that you go to visit a doctor. So, let's start.
In my experience, updated information on this theme, it can be of help more than ever when you have a lot of plans in your life before going to be parent. When we talk about contraceptive methods and sexual education, it is usually a taboo subject. That's why we are not used to talking about it, but it's very important that we have the right information to make the most correct decisions about our sex life and, most importantly, how we should take care of ourselves. Not just of a pregnancy, but of any sexually transmitted disease.
The three most known methods. Male condom. A male condom is a thin sheet a man can wear on his erect penis during sex to prevent pregnancy. Using a condom can also reduce the risk of getting or spreading HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, or other sexually transmitted disease, also known as STDs. A man's reproductive fluid called semen is produced by the following glands: the testicles, also called testes, the seminal vesicles, and the prostate gland. During vaginal sex between a man and woman, semen passes out of the man's penis and into the woman's vagina in a process called ejaculation. Semen contains tens of millions of sperm from the vagina. The sperm in the semen can travel to and fertilize an egg from the woman's body. Fertilization of the egg marks the beginning of human development. Condoms are sealed inside a plastic or felt package. Condoms made from latex, polyurethane, or polysoprene also protect against HIV and STDs. Natural membrane or lambskin condoms do not provide protection from HIV or other STDs. Do not use the condom if the packet is open, torn, dry, or past its expiration date. To protect against pregnancy or STDs, pack the condom off before the penis touches any area inside or outside the woman's vagina. A new condom should be used the entire time during vaginal, anal, or oral sex. To use a condom carefully, remove it from its package. To avoid tearing it, a reservoir or space at the tip of the condom collects semen during ejaculation. Pinch the reservoir or leave a half-inch space at the tip to remove any air inside it. If the penis is uncircumcised, which means it's still foreskin, pull the foreskin back to expose the head or glands of the penis. If the penis is circumcised, the glands is already exposed because the foreskin has been removed while still pinching. The tip place the condom over the glands and unroll it along the entire length of the penis. Use only water-based lubrication on latex condoms. Oil-based lubrication, such as baby oil, petroleum jelly, or lotion can weaken latex condoms and cause the tongue break. Stop any type of sex in the condom breaks or till remove the third condom and replace it with a new one before continuing have sex. After ejaculation, grease the condom and the base of the penis while it is still erect and carefully withdraw it from the vagina so that semen doesn't spill out. Then remove the condom and throw it the trash meal. Condoms are about 98% effective at preventing pregnancy if used correctly. Each time you have sex, condoms are about 82% effective with typical, which means either you don't always use condom or you don't use the term correctly every time you have sex. Let's talk about IUDs. It basically means a device that inside the uterus. The device is a small T-shaped, flexible plastic. They're over 99% effective, making it one of the most effective forms of birth control. We will look at the two main kinds of IUDs, copper and hormonal. Non-hormonal IUDs is the one that contains copper which prevents fertilization. They're effective after insertion and can be used as an emergency contraception within 5 days of unprotected sex. It is effective up to 10 years. The hormonal IUD contains the progestin hormone and norepinephrine. It takes approximately 1 week for hormonal IUDs to take effect, so it's more effective as an emergency contraception. It's effective for 3 to 5 years depending on the brand.
Hi, I'm Dr. Allison Hill and I'm a gynecologist. This is a model of the female pelvis. This is the vaginal canal, followed by the cervix, the cavity of the uterus, and these are the fallopian tubes. And this model is actually made to be approximately the same size as a normal uterus. We're going to place an IUD, which is going to end up right here in the cavity of the uterus. When we receive an IUD from the manufacturer, it comes in an applicator and it's already preloaded in here. We start off by inserting a speculum into the vagina, which is very similar to when you have a pap smear done. The cervix is then identified, and then we slowly guide the IUD through the cervical canal into the cavity of the uterus. Once it's about halfway into the uterus, we pull back on the device here, and you can see that the arms of the IUD start to open, and then we push the IUD all the way to the very top of the uterus. Once it's there, we then pull back further on the device, and this releases the IUD from the applicator, and then we pull the applicator out. This leaves behind only the 2 strings in the cervical canal, which we then trim with a pair of scissors to be about 1 centimeter from the cervical opening.
While the IUD is being inserted, most women feel cramps or a small amount of pain, but many only have mild discomfort. The IUD can be inserted anytime during a woman's cycle. Copper IUDs trigger the production of a fluid that includes copper ions, enzymes, prostaglandins, and white blood cells from the uterus and fallopian tubes. This fluid is responsible for killing sperm. Hormonal IUDs release a synthetic hormonal levonorgestrel. It prevents the ovaries from releasing eggs and thickens the mucus in the cervix, which prevents the sperm from reaching the egg. With copper IUDs, possible side effects are abnormal menstrual bleeding and higher frequency of cramps or pain. Women with hormonal IUDs tend to have lighter periods and have fewer cramps. Some even stop getting periods altogether. IUDs are reversible, so you can still get pregnant after taking it off. When it's time to remove the IUD, we insert a speculum into the vagina. We then identify the string coming out of the cervix and we grab the with a special instrument. We pull lying down on the IUD, and as you can see, the arms of the IUD fall upward so that it can fit through the narrow cervix. We pull it out completely and dispose of it. During an IUD removal, a woman can expect to feel very small twinge of a pain as the IUD comes through the cervix. Note that IUDs do not protect against sexually transmitted infections. Use a condom to lower the risk of contracting an STI. Birth control pills are medications that a woman takes every day to prevent pregnancy. The most common and effective type of birth control pills is a combination pill. It contains both estrogen and progestin, which is a man-made hormone. Similar to progesterone, the estrogen and progestin from the pill maintain constant levels of these hormones in the body. These levels prevent the body from releasing similar hormones that cause ovulation. Without ovulation, there is no egg available for fertilization, so a woman can get pregnant. Progestin also prevents pregnancy by keeping the mucus in the cervix safe enough so sperm can get through it. A third effect of progestin on pregnancy involves its influence on the lining of the uterus. In contrast to natural progesterone, progestin is slightly different chemical. Over time, it makes the uterine lining thinner instead of thicker. As a result, if fertilization of an egg does take place, the lining might be too thin for it to stay in the uterus, so it passes out of the body with the next menstrual period.
Combination pills usually come in 28 days packs, depending on the brand of pill. The first 21 to 24 pills are active pills because they contain hormones. The last 4 to 7 pills are inactive or remainder pills that don't contain any hormones. Inactive pills elevate hormone levels in the body to drop so that bleeding during the menstrual cycle can occur. Even so, inactive pills don't contain any hormone. The woman remains protected against pregnancy. During this time, inactive pills are also called remaining pills because they keep a woman in the habit of taking a birth control pills every day. Progestin-only pills or mini pills only contain progestin, like the combination pills. The progestin in the progestin-only pills prevents pregnancy by preventing ovulation, thickening cervical mucus, and thinning or lining of the uterus. Women may choose progestin-only pills if they can tolerate the estrogen in combination pills due to side effects or other medical reasons. All progestin-only pills are active. Menstrual bleeding with progestin-only pills may occur once every month, on and off throughout the month, or there may be bleeding at all of the highest protection against pregnancy. It is important to take progestin-only pills all the same time every day. Both combination and progestin-only birth control pills are about 99% effective at preventing pregnancy if used correctly. This means about 1 out of 100 women will become pregnant each year if they use them correctly every day. However, there are only about 92% effective with typical use, which means about 8 out of 100 women will become pregnant each year if they don't always remember to take them every day.
Now that you have the basic information on this topic and these methods, if you decide to choose one, my advice is that you go to the health centers specialized in sexuality to be able to internalize better on this subject, know as many options that exist, and can clear any doubt. Do not forget that being well informed is the best way to make good decisions. So, I hope everything I showed you in this video was entertaining. I say goodbye until other opportunity. Thank you for taking the time to see it. And that's all. Bye.